Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. It's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns taking on Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Dontrell Hilliard on the return.
The Browns offense getting ready for their first drive as they will do so behind their quarterback in his third year now from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
And I think Baker Mayfield has had a tremendous offseason getting ready for this one because he put the focus squarely on football and cut out a lot of the peripheral stuff. Just focused in on being the best quarterback and leader for his Cleveland Browns team. And now all he has to do, take care of the turnover issues of last year. 21 interceptions he threw, second most in the NFL.
Play fake, Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. 7 yards, the pickup there. Mayfield. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often. A first down throw for Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Down at the 48-yard line.
First carry for Nick Chubb.
Number 20.
A gain of 3, second down. Charles, a look there at the Bengals draft class for 2020. You know, a lot of names on it, but let's be real. Ultimately, it's going to be the performance of Joe Burrow that determines the success or failure of this group.
But when you do select a quarterback at number 1, and he's a quarterback coming off of maybe the greatest college season in history, yeah, he is going to make or break your draft. But I do think they got some really good players in the draft as well. In T. Higgins, a wide receiver out of Clemson, and Logan Wilson, a linebacker out of Wyoming. They will help make their draft class solid as well.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Mayfield with the
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Open man is Higgins.
Mayfield's pass. Complete to Rashard Higgins. He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. The Bengals set and ready to go on offense, leading the charge out of LSU. Joe Burrow, the #1 overall pick back in April.
When you read off Joe Burrow's numbers his last year at LSU, they almost don't even seem correct. I mean, 76% of his passes complete. That's the second best all-time at the collegiate level. Ended up throwing 60 touchdown passes, accounted for 65 touchdowns, and only threw 6 interceptions and won a national championship. Joe Burrow is not just a terrific player. He has that it factor as well, and that's what they're counting on in Cincinnati.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. 11 yards there, first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
The numbers for Mixon last week, very productive. 3 touchdowns, 2 of them on the ground, 1 through the air.
And it will always be a compliment to say that a guy's got a nose for the end zone, and he sure had it last week.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Joe Mixon takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
Ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up, and he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Larry Ogunjobi on the tackle in his 4th year now out of the University of Charlotte. A big part of this young Browns defense.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Not good at all. Punted just 24 yards there. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there and a 1st down. The starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the 1st down. Drive 1 is they had to be pretty frustrated because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB2 is bringing the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he is going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bengals 29. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
And a nice carry and a first down for Cleveland. A nice pickup there by Nick Chubb, who's a bright spot for this Cleveland offense. He finished second in the league.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Burrow now off the bootleg. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's got his man, Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Going deep for Walker. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for Delaney Walker. Incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Baker Mayfield sacked. Tackled back.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. On the ground, it's Chubb. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And it's complete. Hooper.
That's good for a Cleveland Browns.
And there's a completion to Austin Hooper. What a big-time acquisition for this offense in Cleveland. Came from Atlanta as a two-time Pro Bowler, had nearly 800 yards in receptions and 6 touchdowns last year, and he spends a lot of time with his quarterback in order for them to get on the same page on every snap.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9. Mayfield. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
That's a gain of 5.
And there's a good catch by Odell Beckham Jr. And in 2019, even though it was one of the least productive seasons of his career, he was still a 1,000-yard receiver.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. William Jackson with a pick.
Mayfield's pass intercepted by the Bengals.
So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
First down.
From midfield now, Burrow. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Second and 10 now, Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 38-yard line. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing again, it's Burrow. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Cincinnati.
We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And Burrow going to throw again. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. It was Myles Garrett that time who got in there and brought him down.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first win of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
3rd down. And 15.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Nice catch there by A.J. Green, and at the beginning of his career, a perennial Pro Bowl receiver. Been dinged up a little bit the last 2 years, but now he gets a fresh start without his friend and quarterback.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. It's the fullback. His first touchdown of the new season as his guys are on the board first here tonight. And they just powered it in right there, Charles. 3 tight ends out on the field. The fullbacks for the defense, they knew what was coming.
They knew, but they weren't able to stop them. They knew they had to meet them with a little bit of force. But on that play, the big guys up front won the day.
On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. And I guess right now as we look at some of his struggles today, the term next play really applies here. He's got to move on.
I love where your head is on that because that's where his head needs to be. Exactly what you've said. Yes, there have been mistakes made, but he's got to move on and play the next play as if it didn't happen, keep his confidence up. But how about the guys on the defensive side of the ball? They've got to be feeling great about what's going on right now. They've already gotten to him a few times. They want to keep that up. Maybe they can pick off a few more.
Well, they disrupted already for 3 INTs.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
The ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Cleveland Browns.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
3-yard line.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Nick Chubb on the
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Escaping the pressure right. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
That's good for the Cleveland Browns.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
They'll run with Chubb. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
On the tackle.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 8 yards out. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Austin Seibert on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. To return it, Darius Phillips. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
On the return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
We are just getting started in what should be an incredible second week of the NFL season. So much coming up later this weekend. You've got Tom Brady's home debut as the Bucs host Carolina. The Chargers hosting KC in their first game of the new SoFi Stadium. Remember, the Rams got the home date in week 1. And then to wrap things up, you've got the first home game for the Las Vegas Raiders. It's going to take a while to get used to saying that as they welcome in New Orleans on Monday night. And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
30.
That one goes for 30 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He's going to air it out. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. It's a gain of 35. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got it? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up even more big.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Now Bullock to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive, 4 plays. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. On second down, it's Hunt, and he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb, and he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run. Chubb. Sean Williams with the tackle. He led the Bengals in that category last year. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Nick Chubb, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. And this is going to be incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They were victorious over the Chargers last week, and now they work with a lead again here as they come up 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So a big pickup that time. And Charles, defending AFC Player of the Week, maybe bucking towards another award this week.
Yeah, they say they don't really care about the individual awards. You and I both know
they do.
It means a lot to them. It means respect around the league. And if he's able to show those kind of hands all game long, he can win a second one.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A draw play for Mixon, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon, and he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Ball carrier, B.J. Goodson.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Burrow looking to pass. Got a man. It's Ross, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
19 yards.
And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with
and he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett, his second sack of the night.
There's Myles Garrett forcing another offensive lineman to yell, look out to his quarterback as he ends up putting him on the deck. 30.5 sacks in his first 3 seasons. Easily one of the best 3-down defensive ends in the NFL.
Now this throw caught left side. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 28. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Joe Mixon.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
And they'll run with Mixon.
15-yard line.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Wilson on the
now that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. Steps away to his left. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Here's a run with Mixon. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Bullock's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a moment, but first, the NFL season is in full swing. Let's show the good folks what we've got in store for us later this weekend here in Week 2. In the early window on Sunday, one of the best happens up in Pittsburgh. A big one for the Steelers, as they'll have to do battle with the Denver Broncos. Then, later in the afternoon, we highlight that game going on in Houston, where it'll be the Texans taking on the Baltimore Ravens. And then lastly, the nation gets a good one on Sunday night between the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. On the return, Phillips. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
24-yard line.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
16 yards.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He's brought down.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Burrow. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Complete to John.
A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a Bengals score.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
At the 28-yard line.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield incomplete. Jarvis Landry, Pro Bowl wideout, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Mayfield finding Hooper there for a Cleveland first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Chubb. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw, and that'll be incomplete.
Mayfield's pass.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Sean Williams.
Mayfield's pass. Intercepted by the Bengals.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Here again comes Joe Burrow and the offense for the Bengals. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the 1st quarter, good 2nd quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no error.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
Complete to
Tyler Boyd, 27 yards. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
And the lead is now 24. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
This pass complete to Higgins. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage. A short gain that doesn't get him the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. And you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the 1st half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. They'll stay on the ground, mix it again. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And with that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Now they run with Mixon. Big hold to the 30. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
On the carry. Touchdown.
Joe Mixon, 81 yards. And the Bengals have got it on cruise control. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
The Browns take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down at the 26.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
From the gun, Mayfield. Space to maneuver at the 40. Over the middle to Beckham.
That's good.
And he takes it all the way up to the 47.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Austin.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
To Odell Beckham Jr.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
At the 33-yard line.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. His throw incomplete. Austin Hooper, Pro Bowler a year ago, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There's Jarvis Landry with a nice reception and pickup there. And when you say Pro Bowl, you better think Jarvis Landry. He's been selected to it every year since 2015. The only season he's missed is rookie year. And he is durable and tough. We talk about that all the time. How about this for an example? Hasn't missed a game in his first 6 seasons and was a 1,000-yard receiver for the 3rd time in 2019.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Kareem Hunt taking it in. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Sometimes a group that gets overlooked, certainly, the offensive line. Right there, they really helped with that score.
Didn't they tell us in our meeting that when we score touchdowns running the ball, that means the offensive line actually scored first by moving people back beyond the end zone? We saw evidence of that on that play.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And the lead is down to 24. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off, as he did so with a touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, Phillips. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
On the return, the Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called, because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays, nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. Again, it's Mixon. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
The ball carrier.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Larry Ogunjobi on the tackle.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Ball carrier.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. Going deep for Walker. Now the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. And caught, right side, Green. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, Something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open. That makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And a good pickup there by Mixon, and that shows the talent that he has. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, 4th in the NFL in 2018, 9th last year. But I look for those numbers to jump back up again with the introduction of new talent in Cincinnati.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Myles Garrett in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
It's 2nd down.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And it's caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Delaney Walker, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And 3 at the 29-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down, Mayfield. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Geno Atkins got home that time.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Sean Williams. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Here we go. Hey, Mike, 51.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
To Joe Mixon.
Joe Mixon with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, what, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
First and 10. At their own 22-yard.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. That catch good for only a couple. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
3rd and 2.
Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry.
That's good.
And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
First down, Mayfield. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
That's good.
Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Nice grab there by Kareem Hunt. It's going to be fun to watch him expand his game here in 2020. Versatile in the passing game, can carry it on the ground as well. Remember, he only played about half the season in 2019, 37 catches and a touchdown during that time. He's going to find more snaps this year and really expand this offense.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Bengals 20.
Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Mayfield to throw it. He finds Beckham complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. And again, it's Mayfield. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines.
Now Mayfield lost the football.
Joe Burrow sacked. A fumble.
This has been a long drive. You know that defense, they're craving to get off the field. They were able to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
Yeah, and on the offensive side of the ledger, they were thinking about how do we punctuate this drive with 6, right? Making an exclamation point. Instead, you got to put a question mark next to this drive now after the fumble, even though they recovered it.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns able to get this one back to within at least some measure of respectability.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down, but congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
And he knocks it through. So that drive spans 13 plays. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bengals drive about to get going. Let's not forget, a year ago, this was a last-place team in their division in the National Football League. How quickly the fortunes can turn.
And somewhere, there's a former commissioner smiling down and looking because parity was something he was looking for in this league, and it plays itself out year after year. Last to first is not something that's uncommon in the NFL.
Yeah, a season ago, they didn't have one performance like this, but they put it all together in this ballgame. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Burrow with the throw caught by Green. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
26 yards. 1st down, Bengals.
They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Down right around the 25. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Browns' 25-yard line.
Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 19-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. They'll keep it on the ground. Mixon. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Mixon again.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. And he's got it. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Bullock good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10. At their own.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Here's Mayfield to the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
At the 42-yard line.
Mayfield on 1st down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield.
Taken down back at the 34-yard line.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. But now it'll be third down.
Sets up a third down and 18.
From the gun, Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Cincinnati set to take over once again. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They try to eat some clock with Mixon, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Mixon, the Bengal ball carrier.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the screen. Check, 93 is the mic. 93 is the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
They'll keep it on the ground. Mixon, and he finds some space past the 25 to the 27.
On the carry.
And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a 1st down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon, look at the spin.
Balance.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down.
1st down, Bengals. Tonight's final.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bengals, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they'll fall to 1-1. And they will be back home next week for a date with Washington. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.